Today we're going to continue our spreadsheet lessons, and I wanted to fill you in on what I learned at our parent meeting we had. It was actually a parent meeting we had with our industrial leaders. And in fact, we asked them, what do we need to be teaching our students? And they had a lot to tell our high school teachers. But I said, what about my 7th and 8th graders? What am I supposed to be teaching them about the workforce and the industry? You know, they're not ready to graduate this year. And so there's two things. One thing I need to be teaching you guys is teamwork skills. But the second thing I need to be teaching you guys is spreadsheets and how to use that data and those statistics and those graphs. Okay? How to insert graphs and use those graphs. And in fact, that's what I'm going to do today is actually teach you how to use a pie chart. Do any of your parents use spreadsheets at work? Anybody? I want you to go home. Sarah?
I think sometimes my mom uses a spreadsheet because she works at like a nursing home. She may have like medicines for who and what time.
Okay, she probably does. That's how she probably keeps up with it. Very good. She said her mom keeps up with it with her patients at the nursing home, keeping up with who takes what medicines and what times. Very good. And it's probably very important. She keeps it all organized on there. Very good. All right, I want you to today when you go home, ask the adults in your home if they use spreadsheets at work. You may be surprised with some of the answers that you get. They may very well do that. Okay? Especially if they work in sales or any kind of numbers, accounting, any of that. Okay? All right. Today our goal is to insert a chart to represent our data. And when we use pie charts, it represents slices or parts of a whole. Okay? All we care about are the parts of the whole. We don't care about the whole big total, just the pieces of the puzzle. Okay? That would actually be these numbers, these pieces, not the total. All right? What's the title of our spreadsheet?
How
How I spend my day. Here are the middle schoolers' activities and the hours. And I probably should have thought this through a little more. I bet you guys spend more than an hour eating, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. My son's in kindergarten. I think he spends way more than that just in eating, or he would if he could. Okay? He spends more than an hour eating, yes. Okay? Very good. Well, we actually look at the pieces of the pie more than we look at the total. All right, and tomorrow we're going to look at column charts and how we use that. All right? Any questions before I move on? You good? Sarah?
What's the difference between a column chart and a pie chart?
Okay, well, there's one obvious difference in what it sounds like. The pie chart is actually round, and a column chart looks like columns up and down. Right, and let me show you. When I click on insert over here, you see this? The tall columns, that's what it looks like. That's a column chart. And you see that round pie? That's what a pie chart looks like. Okay. Good question. Danielle?
Where do you place the chart?
Okay, you can put them actually anywhere that looks good in your spreadsheet. It could be beside your spreadsheet, which is what we'll do today. Some of our spreadsheets, we put the chart under our data. Okay, and you'll see it as we go, what looks the best. Okay, any more questions on that? All right. Do you think it matters what kind of chart we're going to use?
No.
Do you think we can just pick which one we want to use and go with it?
No.
You have to pick
If it's like, if you have a specific number, maybe you should use a pie chart because it makes it one whole thing. But if you have like just a bunch of different numbers you don't expect to get, like a column chart.
Okay, close. If you have one total, like 100%, you would use a pie chart. Or a total of 24 hours and you're using just the pieces of those hours, you'd use a pie chart. So that's basically similar to what you're saying. But if you have a bunch of different numbers and you're just comparing the data, column chart looks good. Very good. All right. Well, let's look at our data here. And I'm going to show you first. I want to demonstrate what you need to select. Okay? Because you got to have something selected or you're not going to have anything to put in the chart. So we go to A4 through B10. And we go to Insert, and we go to the charts group. Since we're doing a pie chart, we click on pie, and I'm choosing the first one. All right, so what did I do first?
You selected 4 through 10.
I selected A4 through B10, right? That's right. You just say A4 through B10. And then I went to where?
Insert.
There went to chart and went down to first one.
I went to insert and chose charts, in the charts group and chose pie. Now, is this a lovely location for my chart?
No.
Yeah, probably not so much. Okay, so I need to move it over. Well, let me show you what happens when I move it. I can click here and boom. Did that work?
No.
No. What if I click here and boom? No, not so much. What about in the corner?
Yes.
Can you predict for me to me what's going to happen if I drag the
You're gonna
corner?
make it bigger.
I'm going to change the
With
size. It'll either get bigger or smaller. Now let me tell you this. If all of the words weren't listed here and I made it bigger, they would be listed now. Okay? So that might help sometimes. That still didn't move it. Okay. What'd you say, Roman?
Drag it from the side.
Okay, let's try that. You predicted if I drag it from over here on the side. Well, let's see. Boom! Did it work?
Yes.
Yes, I had to click on the border and drag. Very good. Thank you, Roman. I had to click, just like in a graphic that we've done in the past when we click and drag pictures. Okay, you can click on the front, on top of it, okay? But when we click on a border and drag, it will work. Okay? Any questions on how I moved it? And I told you on this one, we're going to do it right here to the side. Now, what is our beautiful table missing?
Column chart?
Not a column chart.
The
A title. And what is something you all have learned about titles in life?
You have to have one.
Okay,
They're
Valerie?
necessary for what you're doing.
Okay, they have to have something to do with what you're doing. We're not going to name it butterflies.
You have to have, it has to be short.
Okay, you don't want it to be a paragraph. But what's it going to start with?
Okay.
A capital letter. Okay, let me show you where to go to the title. Are you watching? Okay, when your chart is selected, that means the border. When the border is selected, you have these 3 tabs. You go to layout. This is for the title. For the what? Title. I go to layout. And in the insert group, not insert, labels. Pretend like I said labels. Y'all heard labels, right? Labels. Chart title, you go to above chart. And ta-da! And I go to formula bar. What would be an appropriate title for my chart?
I've got
How I spend my day. Very original, Danielle. Very original. How I spend my day. Y'all like it? All right. How I spend my day. Okay? Very good. All right, so I now have a title above my chart. Okay, all right, let's see. TJ, could you tell me how I inserted my chart title?
You selected A4 through B,
Just the title.
just that. You have your pie chart selected.
Very good.
You went to layout,
Good.
chart tiles.
Very good. You got it. Very good. That's where I went to do it. Very good, and I chose above chart. Good job. All right? Now, I want to see how well you guys do this. What I want is for one person to be able to select. This is a new chart, new spreadsheet, how a teacher spends the day. Okay? Not all teachers, a teacher. Okay? And you're going to, one person is going to select the data. That's all you have to do is select the data. Okay? Roman, come and select the data that's going in our pie chart. Just highlight whatever needs to be highlighted for our chart. What do we want highlighted? And tell us as you do it.
A4 down to B.
Close. Do we need that empty one?
No.
Nah, let's not have it empty one. That's okay, just take your time. Excellent, good job. Thank you. All right, let's see here, Valley. Could you insert our our chart? Insert our chart for us. You don't have to move it, just insert it.
You gotta insert, and then you get a chart, and then you get a pie, and you click that one.
Good. Good. All right, let's see. Danielle, you want to move it and give it a title?
Or where do you go for the title?
Let's see, well, you would think insert, but it's actually layout. Good. And you're going to go to chart title, above chart. Very good. And you could put a teacher's day. Proud of that apostrophe, honey. Press enter. And you got it. Good job. Good job. All right, let me show you something that's a little more challenging and is optional. Challenging and optional. You ready for this? I said, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Was not very believable. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
That's way better. Okay, moving on. Design. Let me click off that. In the chart layouts group, these aren't percentages, so I don't want percentages. I can click here, and it gives it to you here. Now notice my title went away, so I have to retype my title. Or actually, I can just go back to my title and then type it. But did you see what happened? Isn't it a little easier now? You can actually see everything. Do you like that? Okay, watch this. This is another option on design. Okay. Those are kind of cool, aren't they? You don't have to do it that way. Those are two more challenging options that you can do that are optional for you at your workstation. You don't have to change the layout and you don't have to change the style, but you have those two options. Okay? Today's assignment for you is at your workstations, you will be completing this, how I spend my monthly allowance. You will be highlighting the correct information. You will also be inserting a pie chart. You will be adding a title. Then you can add you will use percentages here, so you can do the percentages showing and change the style. You know, add a little style to it so it's nice in appearance. Nicer, because it's already going to look nice. Okay? Any questions? No? Do you understand how you could use pie charts in the real world? You're creating a budget. Let me tell you what I use it for. When I'm doing a budget and I see what percentage of my budget went to eating out, I know real quick I said, I have got to cut that back because that is a big chunk out of my budget for going out to eat, and I can cut it back. Okay? I mean a real big chunk, unfortunately. Okay? Or I spent a whole lot of money on online shopping this month that should not have been spent. Okay? So I have to it helps me. Okay? Now when I give a presentation, I love to use the charts because adults, believe it or not, they don't always read everything they're supposed to. When I put up numbers in a spreadsheet, do you think they read everything they're supposed to? No. No. So when they see a chart like that, they will. They'll look at that. And they grasp it visually a lot easier on a pie chart like that or any kind of chart rather than just looking at the numbers on data. So it's a lot more visually appealing. Okay? Make sense?
Yeah.
Good. All right, let's go to our workstations and make pie charts. We're making pies today. Let's do it. to highlight more than just your 44%? What do you think you need to highlight? Do you need all your titles in there, you think?
Oh, no,
What do you think you're gonna need? What did you highlight for me?
yes.
Perfect, that's right, that's what you highlighted for me. It's gonna be the same thing for you. Very good. Where did you tell? Okay, it works, go for it. Nope, you had it right, you had it right. It's different on yours than mine. Good. You found it, good. How are you coming along, reaching your goal? Good. I like the purple, Belinda. If you select the borders, you'll get all your options back. It may help you if you know ahead of time that you want you to take the challenge and add style. You may want to do that before you put your title in, since it takes your title away. Do that first, before the title. Save you a little time, so you don't have to repeat this step. Sorry, I didn't get to you first. So I could have helped you. It didn't take yours away? Cool. Good. Now remember what you need to do to your title, sweetie. What do you got to do? Capitalize the first letter of each word. You don't have to erase the whole thing. Just go in and fix the first letter. I love it, Danielle. Looks good and stylish. Fits you perfectly. With all the fun colors. You did great. Yes, I'm sorry.
And can we like make the font a different size?
Sure. Just, it's gotta be easy to read. You want your audience to be able to read it. And look, you probably, since this is as wide as it is, you may want to move that under your spreadsheet.
Did we save it?
Yes, to your flash drive. I like it. Oh, and you did your percentages on your slices and your words to the side. So yours is even different from everyone's. It's unique. I like it. And you have plenty of room to move yours down here if you wanted to. I would never choose a font that's hard to read. And you can resize it however you like, just not too small. Okay, you did yours similar to TJ's in the sense you only put your percentages on there.
Do I need to fix that?
No, it's not broken that way. Nothing to fix. Roman, how are you coming along over here? Highlight your borders. Just select the border of your graph, sweetie. Just the rectangle. Just click on the rectangle. Okay. Go to design. Click that. What do you think about that?
That's good.
Not what you wanted? Find one. You can drop down and find even more that you like. You find what fits you and fits your information that you like. Ben, very nice color choices.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Do you guys have any more questions about this? Do you feel like you understand how to do a pie chart and what the purpose of one is?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you do. Anyone else?
Yes.
Good.